guys, it's Kana here. I'm excited to share my 3-day adventure in Naples, filled with amazing sights and delicious food. Let's dive into the best spots to visit and eat in this vibrant city. First up, we flew from Manchester to Naples, also known as Napoli. After landing in Naples, we needed to get to the city center, so we hopped on the Oli bus, which was super convenient. The ticket machine inside the airport was easy to find, and we paid just €5 per person using a credit card, quick and simple. Finding the bus stop took a bit of walking. We had to pass the taxi station outside the airport, but eventually, we spotted a crowd waiting at the Oli bus stop. As we waited, a few taxi drivers offered rides, but since we'd already bought our bus tickets, we stuck with the Oli bus. After arriving in the city center, we checked into our cozy hotel, MALUSI. It was a snug, comfortable room with a double bed and all the basics, but my favorite part was definitely the bathroom. It had a really stylish design. For our first dinner in Naples, we headed to a nearby spot, Le Grotte di Franco. We ordered a delicious spaghetti with Neapolitan tarallo and a ribeye steak with marchigiana bone. Both were incredible. The next morning, our hotel offered breakfast, so we used the tokens they provided and went to a local cafe. We enjoyed fresh croissants with coffee and tea, simple yet perfect for starting the day. Our first adventure outside the city was a trip to Pompeii. We decided to take the train there, so we went to the central station. After grabbing our tickets, we boarded the L1 train heading towards Sorrento, with our stop being Pompeii Villa dei Misteri. The ride itself is about 30 minutes, but heads up, even though it wasn't peak season when we visited, the train was packed. So be prepared, you might not get a seat on this leg of the journey. Once we got off at Pompeii, the first thing we saw was this. Now, a quick tip for anyone planning to visit. The ticket office you see immediately after getting off isn't the official one. You can choose to purchase your ticket there, but be aware it's more expensive. Instead, I'd recommend walking down to the main entrance of Pompeii, where you'll find the official ticket office. It looks like this. At the official ticket counter, there are different ticket options to suit your visit. We went with the Pompeii Express ticket, priced at €18 per person. And don't forget to pick up a map before heading in. It'll help you navigate this vast site. Now, let's talk about Pompeii itself. More than 2,000 years ago, Pompeii was a bustling Roman city, thriving with grand architecture, lavish villas, and a busy daily life. But in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted, burying the entire city under layers of volcanic ash. Amazingly, this preserved much of the city just as it was, giving us an authentic glimpse into ancient Roman life. Walking through these streets feels like a journey back in time. You'll encounter houses, temples, bathhouses, and even some preserved art and mosaics. It's awe-inspiring to think that Romans once walked these same streets, living their lives much like we do today. Just a reminder, some areas inside Pompeii have signs indicating where photos and videos aren't allowed, so keep an eye out for those. Finally, as we finished our tour, we came across a souvenir shop. If you want a keepsake, they offer a variety of items, from postcards to unique mementos, perfect for bringing a piece of Pompeii home. After exploring Pompeii, many travelers head to nearby Mount Vesuvius, and if that's on your bucket list, there's a bus just outside the train station. Tickets for the bus are €3.8, and you'll need to check the schedule ahead of time. Also, please make sure to book your entrance ticket for Mount Vesuvius in advance. But for us, we decided to head to another charming spot, Sorrento. Back at the station, we bought our train tickets for €2.8 per person. It takes about 40 minutes, and the journey is really scenic. Sorrento is a delightful coastal town known for its stunning views over the Bay of Naples, colorful architecture, and of course lemons. This town is famous for its lemon groves and limoncello, a popular Italian lemon liqueur. The scent of citrus fills the air as you stroll through the town, adding to its vibrant, fresh atmosphere. We visited the Chiesa di Santa Maria Assunta, a charming church that's both peaceful and beautiful. Afterward, we wandered along Via di San Cesario, a bustling street filled with shops where you'll find everything from clothing to handmade ceramics. There's also an impressive selection of souvenirs, perfect for picking up something special to remember your trip. Our walk took us down to the harbor area, where we watched locals and visitors alike enjoying the sun, swimming, and relaxing by the water. It's a fantastic place to unwind, people watch, and take in the coastal vibes. After all that exploring, we were ready for a good meal, so we chose Chantecler's Trattoria, a cozy seafood restaurant. We ordered the fresh fish of the day, which was grilled to perfection. The fish was incredibly fresh, though we wished the portion was a bit bigger. We loved every bite. And of course, no trip to Italy would be complete without some gelato. We stopped at Antica Gelateria dell'Accademia, which is famously regarded as one of the best gelato shops in the world. They've won awards for their gelato. The flavors were rich, creamy, and full of authentic taste, an absolute must-try if you're in Sorrento. Finally, we made our way back to Naples. We bought our return tickets at the train station for €4.60 each, and the trip back took about an hour. It was the perfect way to end an incredible day of exploring. Day 2 in Naples. If you're looking for a day of exploring around the city, you can follow this route. We started the day at Napoli Central Station, but this time we went underground to the metro area. There's actually a small shopping mall down there with a few interesting shops, so it's worth a quick look if you're passing through. We decided to buy a one-day pass for €4.50 at one of the machines. This is a great option if you plan on city hopping like we did. But if you're just making 1 or 2 stops, a single ticket is only €1.50. Our first stop was the Municipio station on Metro Line 1, which took about 15 minutes. This station is beautiful, decorated with displays that tell the history of Naples, adding a nice cultural touch to your journey. Once we got out of the station, we arrived at Piazza Municipio, one of the largest squares in Naples and a central spot filled with historic buildings and surrounded by bustling life. And right nearby, we came across Tuesai in Cosa Grande, a unique spot known for its love-themed sculptures and art installations, which add a lot of charm and romance to the area. It's a great place to snap a photo or two and really captures the essence of Naples. From there, we walked over to Galleria Umberto I. If you found this place feels familiar, it's because its architectural style is similar to Milan's famous Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, featured in movies like Wonka. Just like its Milanese counterpart, Galleria Umberto I is a grand shopping gallery with an impressive glass dome and ornate designs. Inside, you'll find a mix of shops, cafes, and restaurants that make it a perfect spot to take a break and soak in some Italian elegance. Next up was a highlight of our day, Grand Café Gambrinus. Established in 1860, this is one of Naples' oldest and most beautiful cafes. This place has hosted countless artists, intellectuals, and even royalty since the 19th century. Walking inside feels like stepping into an art museum. The lavish decor, intricate details, and timeless elegance make it so much more than just a coffee stop. The locals say, Napoli Caffè è unico, which means Naples coffee is one of a kind. Grand Café Gambrinus truly embodies that spirit. From the rich, aromatic espresso to the historical ambience, you really get to experience the soul of Naples coffee culture here. After that, we plan to visit Castel Sant'Elmo to catch a full view of Naples. It's an incredible spot for seeing the entire city. We took the metro toward Vanvitelli, which itself is a beautifully decorated station worth seeing. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't on our side, so we decided to change plans. If you visit on a clear day, though, I'd definitely recommend going to Castel Sant'Elmo for that amazing view. Instead, we took the metro back to Toledo station and walked to the famous Murale Diego Armando Maradona. This mural is a tribute to Maradona, the football legend, and a symbol of pride for Naples. As you walk through the area, you'll see so many tributes to him, from street art to banners, and the atmosphere is vibrant and filled with energy. The streets are lined with bars and cafes where locals and fans gather. If you're a football fan, it's an absolute must-visit. For our final dinner in Naples, we headed back to the central station area and found a nearby restaurant, I Bicchiere dal 1903. We ordered a mushroom risotto, which had a wonderful creamy texture and rich mushroom flavor, perfect for anyone who loves mushrooms. We also tried a grilled seafood platter, featuring squid, shrimp, and fish, all perfectly cooked, ideal for seafood lovers. A quick note on dining in Italy, you might notice an extra charge on your bill called a coperto. This is a small service charge for table settings and bread, so don't be surprised to see it included. Day 3. It was time for us to leave Naples and head to Bari. We had already bought our Flixbus tickets in advance, costing around €9.99 per person. The Flixbus station is conveniently located just to the right of the central train station in Naples. There's a small route leading to it, and once you're inside, you'll see signs directing you to the departure area on one side and the arrival area on the other. There aren't many additional signs inside, so be sure to keep an eye out for your bus as it arrives. Our journey to Bari took about 3 hours, giving us a comfortable ride to our next destination. Stay tuned for my next video, where I'll take you along for a 3-day adventure in Bari. See you soon!